It's the world's greatest late-night sports show, the best damn sports show, period. With Rob Dibble, Rodney Peete, Chris Rose, and special guest host Jalen Rose. Tonight, Mr. Walk-Off Aaron Boone. How this pinstriped hero might be the downfall of the Yankees. James lights out Toney. He's lacing him up again for the fight of his life. Plus, former 76ers owner Pat Croce. Why is he now only interested in booty? Mick Foley. How did the Yankees put a stranglehold on this pro wrestler? But that's not all. Is Barry hiding behind a tragedy? The world's greatest late-night sports show. The best damn sports show, period, starts right now.
Very much happy there. Hey there! Welcome to the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Of course, if you've been tuning in all week, you wonder where's John Spider Sally. He's just taking a few days, relaxing, but look who's sitting in his seat. From the Toronto Raptors, say hello to Jalen Rose!
Keeping Spider-Man seat warm for him.
Yeah.
What's up, Sal?
He'll be back next week. Don't worry.
For sure.
Just
for sure.
needed a few napping days. That's all.
Okay.
How you doing? Okay.
I'm doing real good.
Having
Thanks
fun this week?
Yep, for sure.
For sure.
You guys made me look good. That's what everybody tells me.
You look good, man. Every day you coming with it.
I try to represent. I only got to be here a couple of days, so
Hey,
break out the good stuff.
Man.
exactly.
All right, Dibs, your former manager, Lou Piniella, in the news on Wednesday. Lou has basically left Tampa. I mean, he's going to manage them the rest of this year, but he's not going to manage the final of his 4-year contract. So instead of getting the $4.4 million he was owed next year, he's settled for a buyout for $2.2 million. Now, interestingly, the team said he can take whatever job he wants in baseball. He could be a broadcaster, or he can take a job with any organization, which includes the New York Yankees. We're going to see Lou up there next year?
I don't think so. I think this may be one of Joe Torre's best jobs as the manager this year, and I think that he had a lot of problems, Lou Piniella, with the old ownership in Tampa, and the new ownership coming in said, you know what, we're not big fans of Lou Piniella, and they bought him out and said, you know, see you later, we'll bring in our own guy.
All right, well, Lou Piniella, not the only person making news. Rob Dibble made a little news on yesterday's show. Edmundo, writing in via email, says, I can't believe Rob Dibble got to make out with Jenny McCarthy. The guy is a stud. Is this why he got the nickname Nasty Boy?
Oh.
That away, Dib.
Dib.
You okay?
It got really nasty when I got home. My fiance was not happy about it.
Well, all right, but hold on. For those that didn't see it, and so your fiance could see it again, here's what happened.
But when you're at home watching baseball with your belly sticking out, that got to boost your stock a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
It got to.
I haven't been on a baseball field in 10 years, so, you know, I thought I was going good when I was a major leaguer. I'm going better now in this show.
Exactly.
But hey, this was all actually for a good name, for charity. You
Absolutely.
gave to the Hurricane Katrina Relief Fund, so that was
You
very
will
good.
show that until you're 90 years old,
I'm going to burn that clip as soon as the show
No,
goes.
you're not. You're going to keep it in the archives, man. Look, this is me back in the day, baby.
Now, you know, a lot of people were wondering what was Rob thinking and what was Jenny thinking during the whole process. Well, here, grab a look.
Sweet, I get to kiss the great Roger Clemens.
Crap, I shouldn't have had sardines for lunch.
Ew, are those sardines?
Thank God we didn't do this during the Romanowski segment.
Nasty boy, more like nasty breath.
Hey, have your fun. Have your fun. I still got to kiss her, though.
That's good.
Yes,
That's a
you
good
did.
point. Now, you mentioned what happened when you got
I took
home.
a beating.
Well, actually, Best Damn did send a camera to the Dibble home, so here's what happened, you and your fiance.
I wish it was that nice.
That's very nice.
I take a serious whooping.
Rumor had it you were into whips, but anyway, you didn't know it was quite that bad. Good job, Dibs. You heating up yet, pal? You sweating this one?
Wow. Is this segment over yet?
Makeup! You'll be fine. All right, let's start talking a little sports. Although I'd love to stay on that. See what everybody's talking about. And Barry is the one talking, but what in the world was he saying? Barry Bonds making his first road trip of 05, a memorable one. He was in the nation's capital going deep, the 35th stadium he's homered in. And before the Giants' 4-3 win over Washington, Barry took his shots at Congress, the media, and also fans who are interested in what else? Well, that'd be steroids.
I think we have other issues in this country to worry about that are more serious. I think you guys should direct your efforts into taking care of that. You know, we talk about all the athletes and stuff that are helping Katrina and stuff like that, but you know, ask yourselves how much money y'all personally have donated and have helped. Don't criticize, help.
You're a coward.
Oh,
Barry Bonds is a coward.
Whoa.
He just hid behind the worst tragedy that we have seen in this country.
First of all, has Barry ever tested positive for steroids?
Let's see. His trainer has been
indicted.
Has he
tested positive?
Not that I'm aware of.
Has he tested positive?
Okay, so
no, right?
What's the point?
Correct. No.
What's the point,
He comes
Rodney?
back after being out a year,
right?
Over a year, and now he's phenomenal. He's hitting home runs after not seeing big league pitches. Even Rob Dibble said he would have struggles.
Hey, he was the one that put Hurricane. No, Rodney, listen, he put Hurricane Katrina.
No, but he said he would have struggles.
It.
He would have struggles coming back hitting major league pitching. All right. The questions that he's getting asked now are about his steroid issue. Okay, and what Congress is doing about steroids. Rather than talking about his success coming back and playing this year, they're asking him about steroids, a guy that's never been tested positive for steroids. And he's talking about there are pressing issues in this country.
Of course there are. Rodney.
There are more pressing issues in this country other than talking about steroids. There's the Hurricane Katrina. Is there enough relief? Is there enough money going down there? We've got a new Supreme Court justice being sworn in that won't answer questions. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on in this world other than steroids, especially from a guy that never got tested positive.
That's fine. That's fine if you want to make that point. You guys can clap about that. Here's the problem. He brought Hurricane Katrina into this. Don't ever do that.
Why?
Don't insult us out there by bringing that into
insulting?
this. It is insulting.
It's relevant today.
It is not, but it's not relevant to him and steroid
Why not?
issues. Because it's not.
Barry Bonds gave a lot of money to Katrina. Why is it not relevant?
Everything in sports is diminished by what happened a few weeks ago in this country.
It's
and we understand that. Nothing. The World Series isn't important. The Super Bowl, nothing is.
But Chris, he's trying to put things in perspective.
No.
Baseball's a game, Chris. Baseball's a game.
We don't need
this is life and death. And you know what? And he makes a great point. And I've said this from day one, that Congress should never be involved. Let baseball sort out its own problems. And if it's got a problem right now as far as the way the public views baseball, let baseball sort it out. Congress should worry about all of us. It shouldn't worry about Major League Baseball.
You can have that debate. You can have that debate.
There are people dying. There are kids that don't have fathers and mothers right now. That's what he's talking about. Get off the steroids. Get off the baseball situation. Congress needs to deal with New Orleans and the Gulf Coast and make sure that situation is handled first.
Unfortunately,
going back
you guys, with all due respect, you're acting like Barry Bonds right now. You're not listening to the questions the right way.
He just used a bad analogy.
Exactly,
but
that's the problem.
It's a bad analogy. But don't get me wrong, I do agree with the fact that Congress should have other things that they should be wasting their time and energy on besides legislating sports.
But we know that.
You understand what I'm saying? Sports been going on a long time before they decided to legislate it, and he was one of the people that they were trying to go after. Now he's back playing. He's in Washington, D.C. They put a microphone to his face. He asked him a question.
But he said the wrong thing. Will you admit
but that was a horrible analogy.
But that's the point. I understand. I even respect what he says if Congress does not want to deal with it. The minute he brought Hurricane Katrina in it, that's where I lost it. That's where I lost a lot of respect for him. Why? Because it is a terrible tragedy to bring anything sports-related into the discussion.
And he did ask, what did you give?
We're talking about Congress.
He did ask that question.
Why is Congress involved in it in the first place?
But we don't.
Like Dip says, let baseball police its own. Don't bring Congress into it. They have other things to think about.
I understand, but listen, we don't need a terrible natural disaster to put sports in perspective. We didn't need that. We didn't need it as fans. We didn't need it as broadcasters. We didn't need it as athletes. Okay, I think that's what.
But Chris,
we have
even
to
before that, we're at war in Iraq and in Afghanistan. We're losing American people all over the world. And Barry's trying to say, and I've said this from day one: get back to reality. Let's get back to the people that need to live and survive in this country. Baseball is a fantasy. It's a game.